They did it. They actually did it. Those motherless fucks canceled Duncanville. Duncanville.
Fuck you, seriously, oh my god!
Yes, at first I thought, like many others, that the show was going to be very bland and basic, just by looking at the character designs, but what I got was actually a decently animated, written, and fun weekly situational sitcom. Was it a deep masterpiece? No. Did it have the occasional Facebook tier kids addicted to technology jokes? Yeah. But I think it was way more enjoyable than other cartoons at the time.
This stuff should be over, okay?
The characters were entertaining with the dynamics of Gen Xers raising Zoomers, but keeping that firmly in the background while spending more time giving the setting enough personality to embrace the wacky sitcom plots. It actually reminded me of the Scully years of The Simpsons, to which society has sort of agreed on was actually alright. Were there blunders? Yeah. But there's a lot of things in the Scully years I liked. It was the only era in The Simpsons that I think got Marge right. It sort of knew that audiences don't need big, forced emotional moments to know that the family loves each other, and that sometimes casual banter is proof that the family is close. I see Duncanville as a bit more of a plot-centric succession of the Scully-Simpsons era, with its fast-paced plots mixed with a town full of supporting characters. It was the true season 13 of The Simpsons that came out in 2020.
What the hell are you talking about?
The reason why I'm going off on this is because Mike Scully was actually the creator of Duncanville. See, this was all going somewhere. And I bring up Mike Scully because if America Says No actually becomes a staple of this channel, then we are going to cover shows he has created or produced a lot. Today's pick is going to be a certain 2003 show that fucking Family Guy dabbed on in their first revival episode.
The Pits.
First premiered on March 30th, 2003. The same day former Soviet Prime Minister Valentin Pavlov died and WrestleMania 19 came out. Communism 0, America 1.
What the hell are you...
To give you an idea of the Pits, the very first scene is about the son getting an exorcism. Cool Ruth Powers poster, top tier. The Pits was a play on the average sitcom but with over-the-top cartoonish plots. The only thing keeping me from calling it a total spoof is that the characters have consistent personalities. The gimmick with the family is that they are known for having Murphy's Law type luck. The father, Bob Pitt, was played by Dylan Baker. He's also known for being the guy who was set up to play the Lizard before the failed reboot series. The one where Uncle Ben dies in the name of chocolate milk. Dumbass. Baker is an underrated actor who is always really good with comedy stuff. He puts a lot of energy in the role of a certified dweeb father. He runs a mailbox store with his wife Liz Pitt, who does match her husband in Cheer and Misfortune. Yes, that is Cutler from Star Trek Enterprise. Kelly Waymeyer was a regional theater actress who made the occasional appearance in primetime shows. She was in an episode of X-Files, Seinfeld, Friends, McBeal, etc. Even a reoccurring role in the critically acclaimed 6 Feet Under. Faith, the anger-prone daughter who despises her family's luck, was played by Lizzie Kaplan, who ironically was in a lot of shows that got cancelled early. She was in Party Down, one of my favorite shows, and she did the voice of Reagan in Inside Job. The Bart Simpson-like Petey Pit was played by David Henry, who went on to Wizards of Waverly Place. So how about the actual show? Is it good? The sitcom format is automatically a restricted and dated format, so the question of genuine quality is kind of meaningless. The metric I measure is asking, is it enjoyable? And yes, The Pits was an entertaining show. It's early 2000s slop, but damn it, compared to shit like Dharma and Greg, it's a masterpiece. I enjoy The Pits more than most other sitcoms of the time. There is a campy element to the show, but I think it can be perceived in 3 ways. 1. Some of the lame stock sitcom jokes seem to be in intended contrast to whatever more outlandish or dark bit or plot comes next. A bit of a ham explanation, but if you watch the show, you'll kinda see what I'm getting at. 2. The show deals with goofy-ass surreal shit every episode, but keeps the character traits in a pretty consistent manner, so most of the lines from the parents will be cheesy to showcase that they are dweebs.
I need some place to put this up. Would you mind giving up your seat and moving to the back? Now don't feel bad if you can't keep up with me. I was on my college walking team.
Spider-Man, my bra's about to fall off. Well, I'm sorry. Her bra was about to fall off.
Or 3. I'm putting too much thought in a show that got dabbed by fucking Family Guy.
The Pits.
Ironically, The Pits was the show Seth MacFarlane had some involvement with when Family Guy was cancelled, even doing a voice in the American Pie parody scene.
Well, everyone's here for Thanksgiving dinner. My boss, my mother-in-law, and the President of the United States. Guess I'll just go in the kitchen and get the... Son! What are you doing to that turkey?
Giving thanks?
We're out of here.
Darn tootin'!
How am I supposed to serve our guests?
I don't know, but I definitely avoid the yam.
The show was created by Mike Scully and his wife Julie Thatcher Scully. They wrote most of the episodes, and it does have that early 2000s Simpsons vibe.
Some of us want to see Gilmore Girls.
What?
It's the best show you're not watching.
Ain't nobody.
No funny business in front of anybody but me.
Oh, don't worry, I'll behave. I'm German. If anybody knows how to follow orders, it's me.
Take the choices, and you put them in a bag. May I? And,
Alright, so why did America say no to The Pits? It's sort of a slobs versus snobs situation because outside of simple ratings, I can't really find any analytics or statistics for how the average TV viewer felt about the show. But I know the nerds on the internet dig rag on the show. A deranged man-child who browsed No Homers in 2003 viewed Mike Scully as the devil. So there was already some bias hatred from the area. You had snobby TV critics at the time throwing aimless critiques on how the show is stupid because it's silly, which is sort of the whole point of the premise. If you were a television critic in the 2000s, you had to justify your job or hobby by picking on shrimp instead of powerhouses. The Pits was a billion times more enjoyable than According to Jim or Dharma and fucking Greg. But of course TV critics knew their complaints to any shows of that branch would be drowned by their culturally established at the time presence. So bark and bitch about The Pits, a little show some people liked. Here's a review. This person wrote the review on January 3rd, 2005. Did this motherfucker start his New Year's weekend by being, man, I have a real bone to pick with this canceled TV show. The Pits is a spectacular failure, earning a rock-solid place in the Hall of Television shame. Wow, good one. So yes, nerds on the internet were salty, but my baseless theory to why the show had low ratings with normal people was that the theme song probably just annoyed people. But that's just me.
It's the pig. Oh my god!
In 2007, it was announced there would be a Pits animated series. Dylan Baker and Lizzie Kaplan were going to be in it, with Andy Malowski replacing Paul Blart Mall Cop 2 star David Henry due to scheduling issues. Allison Janney was set to play the role of Liz Pitt. This was because Kelly Waymeyer passed away months after The Pits got canceled due to heart problems. An episode of Wonder Falls was dedicated to her memory as that was her final appearance on television. Wonder Falls will have to cover that show sometime. The Pits animated series was scrapped because the pilot didn't impress executives. So yes, there is an animated Pits pilot that is lost. So lost media mofos, get on that. Andy Malowski is a big social media guy. Someone get him to spill the beans on where that pilot is.
Hey everybody!
The Pits was a lowbrow and product of the early 2000s sitcom structures, but there's a charm and a subversiveness to it that makes it a billion times better than Dharma and fucking fuck-faced rat bastard Greg. So yes, The Pits deserved a season 2, not with the yes, but more of a why not. Too bad it'll never happen, because America said no.
If I was a year younger or gay, I would think that was so cool.